Hello everyone and welcome back. Well, I decided to bite the bullet and rip another KSP 2 vid, something that's more structured and hopefully has a more casual and chill feel to it. Before we start, I just wanted to thank you all again for the support. Watching my videos, the comments, the likes, and the 33 subs, thank you so much, it makes my day, truly. My 9-year-old son gets a kick out of my subscriber updates. He gets just as pumped as I do every time I tell him that I got a new subscriber, or when one of my videos gets a lot of views. This has to be one of my favorite hobbies, so thank you all for making it so rewarding for me. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? So as I said, today we're going to take another more detailed look at Kerbal Space Program 2, the much anticipated sequel to the insanely popular Kerbal Space Program. Well, it was a much anticipated sequel. For some people such as myself, it still is, but on the other side of the coin, there are a lot of upset fans, to which I can understand. But it's not my place to comment on that. I am here to share my opinion on what I think of the game. For those of you who aren't familiar with the game, Kerbal Space Program 2 is a simulation game that allows for budding rocket scientists to build and launch their own rockets or planes, explore space, and land on other planets. For the most part, it's all about avoiding crashing on another planet. KSP2 released early access February 24th, 2023 to mixed reviews on Steam after a troubled release. I paid a hefty $72 Canadian, a big ask. There was definitely some sticker shock with this one, but I got over it. It is for sure the most Kerbal thing to ever bear the name. As it sits, it's hard to get a full picture of the gameplay since it is early access and the game lacks a lot. The state of the game at the writing of this script is only a sandbox mode, a mode I've never really been a fan of, to be honest. I've always liked science mode myself. There are also some tutorials that you can play in a simulator at Kerbal Space Center, a cute idea. I decided to check those out, and that lasted into the second mission. It was about how to make a gravity turn. The tutorial has the player fly their rocket up to 1,000 meters and start a gravity turn. So you fly the rocket up to 1,000 meters, the simulator gets paused, and when you click continue in the dialog box to carry on with your lesson, it does nothing and you're just sat in a rocket, unable to continue. I wonder if they tried turning it off and turning it on again. So I just wanted to cut in here. I went to go record some footage for this video, and one of the things that I was going to record was the tutorial mission that I was just talking about. And I played it, and it fucking worked. I tried 4 times, and it worked all 4 times, so yeah, there you go. So to get into space or off the ground in general, you're going to need to build some sort of craft to accomplish that. Cue the vehicle assembly building. Here is where you build your rockets, airplanes, rovers, whatever crazy contraption you can think up. Players have been making some really cool stuff for years. I quite often check out the KSP subreddit to see what the community is creating, and I always see something that makes me laugh my ass off. It could be somebody recreating movie scenes, super fancy SSTOs, showcasing their walkers, or Kraken footage. I love Kraken footage. One change made is the merging of the hangar and the VAB. In KSP, basically rockets were made in the vehicle assembly building and planes were made in a hangar. KSP2 has done away with the hangar, which I like. At the moment, KSP2 gameplay is dream up a craft, build it, avoid unexpected rapid disassembly, and explore. See how far it will take you, making sure it's efficient. Or over-engineer the hell out of it, launch it, and hope the game doesn't crash because you've attached 50 solid fuel boosters to a crew capsule. Another cool feature is the trip planner and the VAB. In KSP1, you always had a Delta V chart handy to easily plan a craft to reach a certain destination. KSP2 does a great job putting a lot of important information front and center here that can be easily glanced at, much more direct. I talked about this in my last video, but the first change I saw that I didn't like was how transferring to another sphere of influence is handled. In the first KSP, it was simple and straightforward. You figure out your angles and plan a trajectory where you enter the sphere of influence. It would show you the trajectory with a little planet, and it would say how close you will be to passing that planet or whatever. This way feels strange. The entry and exit points are displayed on the planet's SOI itself, which you have to pan around to find and see if you're gonna smoke the planet or if you're even gonna approach it on the right side. Graphically, Kerbal Space Program 2 got a significant upgrade. KSP2 looks absolutely stunning. Out of all the discussions I've read, the consensus is that everyone that can get the game to work are pretty happy with the graphics. KSP2 looks like what people would mod KSP1 to look like, but on steroids. Everything looks so crisp. part models got a huge upgrade. It's just such a visually stimulating game. If you're like me, your missions are now taking longer because there's actually shit worth looking at. As far as frame rates go, I get decent rates. On default settings, I get 33 to 44 looking around Kerbal Space Center. When puttering around in like a rover or a plane around KSC, I get about 30. Pretty stable actually. When I touch down on the moon, I got a steady 45. I got a graphical glitch that affected many others as well. I was orbiting Kerbin, about to bring my Kerbal home. When I switched from the map screen after circularizing my orbit, I found the entire Kerbal Space Center in orbit with me. It caught me off guard. As I was panning the camera around to see if those buildings were real and how close those buildings were to my spacecraft, I found out when I hit the vehicle assembly building and exploded. For sure the most Kerbal explosion ever. The sound design in Kerbal Space Program 2 is equally impressive as the graphics, perfectly complementing each other. The game's sound does an awesome job of bringing you into the overall atmosphere of the game. It starts with the launch pad with my absolute favorite new feature, a countdown. Once the rocket leaves the pad, the crackle of the exhaust as you leave the confines of the atmosphere is just so satisfying. I really don't have much to say about the sound. I like it, it's well done. The musical transition from atmospheric flight to orbit, also well done and just fits the game quite well. All in all, for me, I really enjoy KSP 2. Is it too pricey as it sits? Yeah, it is. Do I regret my purchase? Not at all. Am I mad with how the game was released? No, I don't get angry about game releases. Except Diablo 3, that pissed me off. Couldn't even play that when it launched. But just like anything else, make sure this is the right purchase for you. If KSP 2 is the right purchase for you, in my opinion, you're gonna have a lot of fun. On the flip side, if KSP 2 is not the right purchase for you, head on back to KSP 1, mod the hell out of it, and wait it out for a while. Well, that's it. As always, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, you're a champ, and I love you very much. I hope to see you back for the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with my little corner of YouTube. So until the next one, enjoy life in space and take it easy, eh?